What's going on, family? Omar here. Want to welcome you to Go. Welcome to Go Tuesday, y'all. Listen, man, last week I asked you the question. I said, do you think it's important for our next generation to be talking about ownership, to actually develop the skills? And what I received was an influx of people telling me, yes. I got inboxes, I got comments, but I got so many responses of yes, absolutely. And so I want to continue the conversation because at this very moment, what's happening in the conversation that's happening in the world is what's going to happen with diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, we've got to look at the situation for what it is, y'all. If we're constantly looking to be included, that means that we're always at the mercy of someone else. And so many times what I've learned in life is that what God does is God separates you from a thing in order to move you forward. And what's happening right now is we're looking at a separation from this idea of inclusion, right? And a lot of us are saying, oh my God, look at what they're doing to us. But the truth is, family, we live in America. And in America, we're free to do what we choose to do. Now, are you saying, oh, Omar, we ain't got no racism? No, that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is I am an outgrowth of racism, okay? But I want you to understand something. What we do after we have the problem is what's really important. So it doesn't change the fact that we should be coming together around the ideas of what are the needs of our community. Right? What can we produce that will actually supply our community as well as the larger world? That's how you do business. And when you come up with solutions that solve problems in the real world, it really doesn't matter when you start talking about background. Yes, it matters when you start talking about, how much access you have to funding. Yes, it matters when you start seeing that people who have more are against you. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Where 2 or 3 agree, guess what? We can move tens of thousands. And when we move forward, when we go to tens of thousands, the more people that agree, we move hundreds of thousands, then we move millions, then we move billions of people. So what I'm telling you is, I've said it before, that it's the work involved. If you're not willing to put it down and put it on your back to push forward, then there's not much we can do. But the reality is we have an incredible set of children that are growing right now. They're growing up in an environment where they understand technology at the highest levels. And we need to give them a place to land. And what I'm telling you is that the beginning of that landing is teaching them how to own and operate business. So we're going to continue this conversation, family. We're going to keep it going at Welcome to Go. I'm going to always make it available so you can look down into the comments and you're going to be able to enroll in our Young Entrepreneurs program. But I want you to always understand that if you never plant the seed, then the seed won't grow. So having the conversation, being angry at what everybody's doing, and never putting the seed in the ground only leads to more frustration. And so here's what I'm doing. I'm going to always give you the opportunity to plant the seed, because a seed has never been left begging for bread, right? When you plant that seed, the wheat will grow, and then you have wheat in order to make your bread. So let's talk about some bread baking, right? Let's talk about some bread making. And that's what I'm talking to you about, family, with the Young Entrepreneurs program. So we'll continue this conversation next week. But the reality is, what action are you going to take today that advances your child for the next generation financially? Listen, family, it's Omar. I want to welcome you to Go.